internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world.
XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a double header. Things are drastically picking up, like I've said it would. And I can't even keep up with the information and the announcements that are coming out. I can't even get to Ripple and Swift's news today because we got more important information to discuss, and that's USDT. Wait, I know you've heard me say USDT for a very long time, and no, it's not the same thing anymore. This is getting real. Listen to this. This is going to usher in a whole new wave of guardrails that are going to be just significant when you're talking about an institutional perspective. Coinbase today announced that they're going to be delisting USDT. The next couple of months are going to be, truly monumental in defining crypto. They stated that they're going to restrict services for stablecoins that do not meet MiCA requirements by December 30th of 2024. Do you know how important that is? And do you remember this video? Imagine what play the video. Imagine handling over $100 billion, and this is the way you're talking when you're going into a regulated industry. Give me a break.
For example, if we look at right now, Tether obviously is the biggest by market cap, right? In this internet of like this new financial system that's being developed, what do you think people are looking for, right?
Well, I think look, in an early stage market, which is sort of dominated by like offshore unregulated exchanges, and it's mostly about speculating on different things. Like that's one thing. Okay, the internet financial system is clearly about actual economic activity. So if we want this to be useful, it has to be about actual economic activity.
We care about being the stablecoin for the last mile. So we focus on the adoption in the real world. So payments, remittances. We don't care about the usage of USDT in Europe and the US. We don't think Europe and US are a good market for us. We don't care about the usage of USDT in Europe and the US. We don't think Europe and US are a good market for us. And in general for stablecoins, that is our own opinion.
So if we want this to be useful, it has to be about actual economic activity.
Europe and the US, we don't think Europe and US are a good market for us.
And then it continued on to say in November, we will share details regarding the transition. This will include options for switching to stablecoins that have achieved compliance under MiCA, such as USDC and EURC. And they haven't announced RLUSD, which is going to meet MiCA 100%, no doubt in that. So so think about it. When I really think about this, where is this $120 billion being utilized right now within a regulated guardrail? Where? It's not, right?
So if we want this to be useful, it has to be about actual economic activity.
So yes, USDT was the ignition to get this whole crypto sector kind of going. You got to understand that when Bitcoin goes up, Tether gets printed, and Tether is holding on to a lot of Bitcoin, which if its depegging starts happening, those assets are going to start selling. You gotta, this is all logical mathematical calculations. This is some important stuff. The logo itself is even a bomb, okay? That's ridiculous. And now the documentary is coming out from HBO that claims to have cracked the true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. And they're saying that if its findings are widely accepted, that people start saying, you know what, yeah, it is them, it could send shockwaves through world financial markets and even the US presidential election. It's like everything that we have been talking about for the past 4.5 years when the YouTube channel got created. It's all happening. And for every single person that thought it was all delusional, you know, thinking, and I was speaking out of my ass, yeah, clearly I was. Now we got Coinbase, one of the largest exchanges in the United States. I believe probably the largest, saying only USDC and EuroC have met MiCA guidelines. And then you got RLUSD on the sideline. You got XRP fighting a battle right now that is completely just a joke. As the Terminator stepped down, right? Listen, the name Terminator makes sense because this guy was out to pretty much just fine people billions of dollars. You can't make this stuff up. This is so badass what we're living through right now. I don't think people understand that. There is about to be a whole new wave of wealth being created in this ecosystem. And do not worry about, you know, XRP, RLUSD, or Ripple. It's not going to take 2 years. Okay, nobody should be sitting there depressed or upset because the SEC appealed. I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I get it, but and folks, come on, we do the work on this channel. You've seen it, you've heard it from industry experts, all yourself. You've seen the documents, right? We were talking about today's events years ago in terms of the agendas that we were following from the G20 roadmap, right? Everything is documented. These guys don't go into creating a new financial infrastructure without having a roadmap. Like, come on. Like, this is so many individuals are on board here that without the right rollout, you're not going to have a successful rollout. So watch out for USDT. Watch out for this Bitcoin scare that's coming out. God knows what's that gonna do. But never forget, XRP will flip Bitcoin 100%. I'm gonna keep on saying that forever because these videos will get studied 100%. There is no doubt in that. There is no doubt in that. Like, everybody should understand right now utility versus speculation, right? Think about how these assets are going to be utilized within financial ecosystems and how they can solve their problems. Think about that. We know Bitcoin is not scalable to do payments. It needs to be said over and over again because I feel like people don't understand. There's no value in Bitcoin. If you are going into this ecosystem right now, getting into crypto, let's say with 20,000, you know, even 100,000, you should not be buying any big Bitcoin whatsoever. Not even for a hedge. Not even for a hedge. And you know what? Maybe a $10,000 hedge if you have $100,000 capital going in right now. You know what I mean? But nobody should be buying Bitcoin. That's done. The Bitcoin has completely priced out retail, and that is a fact. And you guys could all agree to that. If you do not have one full Bitcoin, right now is not the time to accumulate to one full Bitcoin. Right now, you should be looking into assets that are at ground zero, that are on the cusp for a major explosive upward trend as these institutions come and leverage their blockchain financial infrastructures. Because these are FMIs at the end of the day. Keep that in mind. Axelar, XRP, Hedera, ground zero, massive wealth is going to be created just amongst those three assets alone. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. The next video is going to be massive because it's going to be big. It's going to be a long one too. There's just so much information, but this USDT and this documentary that's coming out, The World's a Stage. I love this stuff. I love how everything's getting exposed. And I love how much money we're all gonna be making in this ecosystem together. Just stay alive. That's it. Just stay alive. That's all you gotta do. Haters out the door. I mean, there's no haters at this timestamp of the video. So with that being said, we'll be back. Let me know what you guys think of USDT capital ushering into RLUSD.
thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.